Hi Westfield, we are here for an art project. Today you will need crayons, glue stick, and scissors. These are the supplies that you're going to need for this project. Crayons, glue stick, and scissors. In your materials that were sent home, you should have a red folder labeled January Crafts. You will be getting, or you should have this packet. It's got a staple in the corner. This is our penguin templates, as well as a piece of construction paper. Doesn't matter what color it is. It should also be in your materials. So make sure you go get those materials before we get started. Right now, we're going to start out with a story about a penguin called One Cool Friend by Tony Buzzio, and pictures are by David Small. Elliot was a very proper young man. So on Saturday morning, when his father said, "Family fun day at the aquarium, shall we go?" Elliot thought, kids, masses of noisy kids. But he only said, "Of course, thank you for inviting me." At the aquarium, Elliot's father settled on a bench to read his National Geographic. "Have some fun, Elliot," he said. So Elliot did. He skipped the mobs of kids at the giant saltwater tank, amazing jellies display, and hands-on tide pool exhibit. But at the end of the hall, he discovered penguins. In their tidy black feather tuxedos, with their proper posture, they reminded Elliot of himself. Even Ferdinand Magellan looked like his kind of guy. Ferdinand Magellan was an explorer who discovered the Magellanic penguin in 1519. At noontime, Elliot's father asked, "Are you having fun?" "Yes, thank you," said Elliot. "May I please have a penguin?" And there's a poster saying, "Penguin, today's special, plush penguins, 1995. "Sure," his father said, and handed over a $20 bill. "That's very kind," Elliot said, and headed off. Elliot emptied the school notices from his backpack, selected the smallest penguin, and popped it inside. Uh-oh. Looks to me like he might be picking up a real penguin. His father asked, "Where's your penguin?" "In my backpack," Elliot said. "Thanks for asking." In his room, Elliot dialed the air conditioner down to its coldest setting. "Maybe you'd like to skate," Elliot asked. "Rock," said Magellan. So Elliot dragged his old wading pool upstairs, then fed the garden hose through the kitchen window and turned on the faucet. "Forgive the inconvenience," he said as he passed his father's office. Soon the air conditioner had done its work. Look at that, they're ice skating in his bedroom. Must be a very, very strong air conditioner. Later, Elliot knocked on the door of his father's office. "I have some research to do at the library about Magellan." "When I was in 3rd grade, I got Captain Cook," his father said. "Where did you keep him?" Elliot asked. But his father had already returned to charting the changing boundaries of the Great Barrier Reef. Elliot and Magellan rode to the library. When Elliot set him on the librarian's desk, Magellan held completely still. Miss Stanbridge didn't blink an eye, even when Magellan blinked his. She helped them access www.penguinsonice.com, copy pages from Antarctic Anecdotes, and borrow Best Behavior for Birds. On the way home, Elliot stopped for 8 bags of ice and a snack. Luckily, his father's $20 bill was just enough to cover it. "How'd the research go?" Elliot's father asked from behind an atlas. "Great. Magellan was perfect," Elliot said. "Just like Captain Cook," his father said. Elliot read his library book aloud while Magellan cooled down. They shared a bag of goldfish crackers, but Magellan was still hungry. "May I please bake frozen pizzas for supper?" Elliot asked. "That's nice of you," his father said. "But the only flavor we have left is anchovy." "Perfect," Elliot said. "Magellan loves them." That evening, Elliot heard his father rummaging for ice cream. Luckily, Magellan had politely moved the carton to the front of the freezer shelf. Unfortunately, Magellan forgot his manners overnight. When Magellan awoke, he was longing for a swim. Elliot drew him a deep tub of cold water. He left Magellan diving and holding his breath. I think I'll have a bit of a soak, Elliot's father announced. Wait, Elliot said, I left my penguin in there. I'll set him on the hamper and do my best not to splash. Elliot? Elliot rushed to the door. Young man, where did this penguin come from? Elliot's father demanded. The southern tip of Argentina, Elliot said. That's right, his father said. As for Captain Cook, he added, he came from the Galapagos Islands. Looks like his dad got an animal as well at some point in third grade. That's kind of funny. All right, we are going to get started. First thing you are going to do is you're going to tear apart your 3 pages. We have 1, 2, and 3. This part, that is the white heart, is going to stay like this. You're just going to cut it out because this is the white belly and head, face of the penguin. So this is just going to be cut out. We'll do that in a minute, but we're going to start by getting out a black crayon and coloring in the wings and the body of the penguin. So go ahead and get out your crayon and color. Press pause if you would like. Once you have finished coloring in your body and wings, you may take the page that has the hat, the top of the hat, the feet, and the beak to color. Now, my hat and this part, the little fuzzy at the top, can be whatever color you want. The feet and the beak, that's up to you too, but usually I think penguins' feet and beaks are yellow or orange. So go ahead and finish coloring. All right, now that I have all my materials colored, I colored the body and the wings black, and I also colored my hat. I just chose what colors I thought looked cute together, and I did my beak and my legs orange. Now, if you notice, I didn't do a super nice job coloring in the lines, and the reason I did that is because I knew I was going to be cutting them out anyway, so I wasn't too particular about the lines because I could cut around it. All right, next step, after you have done your coloring, you have 3 pages of things you need to cut out now. We have the face, body, we have the rest of the body and wings, and all the little pieces. So, gonna start out with this one. Go ahead and cut it out. All right, now I have cut out my back of my body and my wings right here. I'm going to take my scraps, put them in the garbage and not leave a mess for mom and dad. And the next step is going to be gluing the body and the wings onto our construction paper. So you're going to take the construction paper, set it in front of you, and we're going to start with the body. We're going to, ooh, my camera's a little crooked here. We're going to put the glue on the back of the body and glue it right onto the middle of the construction paper. All right, so I'm going to do that. Now the bigger part, the circular part, is going to be the top of the head, and this is the lower body. Okay, I just put some glue on the back. I'm going to press it down right onto the paper, and it's going to look like this. So I have the body. Next, I'm going to take my wings. I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on the back of the wing, and I'm going to, see if you can see this, glue it right here. I'm putting it a little bit under the body, and it's going to hang off just a tiny bit off the paper. I'm going to take my second wing, put my glue on the back side, like that, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to add my wing onto the other side of the penguin, and this time I'm going to have the flipper go a little bit up, like that. All right, so there's my penguin so far. All right, next I'm going to cut out this white part of the body. All right, my body is now cut out, and this is going to fit right in the middle of the body that's already glued down. So if you look, whoops, I'm a little crooked here. It's hard to do when I can't see it. There we go. I'm going to glue it right into the middle of the body. So I'm going to put the glue on the back side of the white. And I'm going to set it right in the middle. The heart portion, the part that looks like a heart, is going to be at the top on the big circle. It fits right in there naturally. And it's going to look like that. It's starting to look like a penguin. All right, next step is to cut out your little pieces. So go ahead and press pause and cut out your little pieces. All right, now that I have all my little pieces cut out, I'm going to start to glue them onto my penguin. I'm going to start with my little eyes. The black part goes down on the bottom. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue on the back and put them right where the eyes would go on my little penguin face. A little bit right on, like kind of a little bit towards the middle of each arc in the heart is where I put the eyes. I didn't want them too far apart because I thought that might look a little silly. So there's where I put my little penguin eyes. Oh, he's starting to look super cute. Next, I'm going to put the hat on the top of his head. Okay. I'm going to make sure the hat overlaps a little bit of his head to look like it's really sitting on there. And then I'm going to put my little ball for my penguin right at the top, like that. So I just need a little glue on the bottom of the ball. And to glue it onto the little hat. The pom-pom, I guess, is what it's called, isn't it? All right, so there we go. My penguin now has a hat and eyes. Next, I'm going to give him a beak. And the beak is going to be pointing downwards. Like this. Here you go. And last but definitely not least, we need little feet because we know penguins can't fly, so they need to be able to walk. And so I'm going to put my feet on my penguin. I'm going to try to tuck the leg a little tiny bit under the body of the penguin, just so it fits a little bit better. And it looks a little bit more like it's part of the penguin. And there we go. Alrighty, so here is my completed penguin. He is so adorable. I hope you enjoyed our little art project, listening to a story and making penguins. I miss you all, and I hope you're all working really hard and staying safe.